together. I know you may have not been able to get through the entire plan, but I do think this is a good start. And you'll actually have another chance tomorrow to do one of these on your own. And so tomorrow you'll get a chance to go through the whole process on your own, which will probably be a tiny bit faster. So there's two things I wanted to know. One first is, one thing I wanted to know. The first thing I wanted to know is just that this template that we provided for you as a kind of a guide to developing your sample response is, again, just a template that's meant to be helpful to you. If it's not helpful to you, as long as you're reaching the same outcome of having a plan that's aligned to a cause that we actually know is valid and that is planned in a way that's going to lead you to those outcomes, that's all we're looking for. So use this if it's helpful. If it's not, use something that is more helpful to you. Our last key point for this session is that obviously once we take this action, we can't just assume that it's definitely going to work. And so a lot of people noted as part of their plan that the follow-up would be included there, that I'm actually going to go and check on this reality again to make sure that the changes that we needed to see are made. Again, this has to happen quickly because a lot is at stake in Institute and we don't have time to waste. Our students, not only during the summer, not only during the fall, but during the summer, are depending on making sure that our core members are teaching them in the very best way that they can. So it is something that has to happen rather quickly, kind of the whole process. So we have a lot of key points in this session. I'm actually not going to put them up there because they're a little bit overwhelming, but I do think there's some kind of key ideas that we should pull out before we close out. So I'd love for someone to tell me, when we talk about internalizing vision for presenting content, what are like the two things that we're looking at? When we talk about internalizing vision, what are the two things that we want to internalize the vision for? Amy?
What it will sound, what we'll hear from CM and what we'll see from CM.
Okay, so a CM vision, like what are we actually going to hear, see, what are CMs going to be able to do that's going to tell us that they are able to respond to minor misbehavior in this case? And what's the other piece of it?
Contributing or not contributing.
What's your name? Rachel. Rachel, perfect, exactly. How staff is contributing or not contributing to us meeting those outcomes. And then when we check reality, we have to check both of those things. And then lastly, we take action. And are you going to take action with core members themselves?
No.
No. So who are you going to take action with? Staff members, exactly, because you are like the lever that pushes on staff members who push on core members from our putting two pieces together session. And then again, like I said, that we have to do this is an ongoing process for us. That we have to keep checking reality to ensure we get it right. So with that, I'm going to close this session out. We actually have about a 10-minute break, I believe, so you need to be back here at 11:15. One more thing that I forgot to mention is Exec 5 is actually, this is an outdated session. There's going to be a new Exec 5 for 2009. So I'd actually ask you to take your Exec 5 session, give it to your table facilitator, and we're going to recycle them because we don't want you to have a session that is floating around.